Hello everyone, welcome to the first of the Novus group demo reviews. It's basically a new scheme we're setting up where we will accept submitted demos and give critiques of the pros and cons of people's spy play. This first one is submitted by FrownyBrownee, a community member, playing a silver scrim on Upward. The reviewers are Mars, who's a member of Novus, Moriarti, also a member, RJ Scientific, Snow, who's an admin, Ununoctium, who's a forum member, and Watsyurdeal, who is well known for various reasons.
Hi.
And
you
get
the first one to talk. I see how it is.
Well, I
look,
wasn't sure what you want me to say here, but
I really like the intro.
Crouch jump.
Hi, Mom.
Can we not make it really formal after that? Because it's...
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
I'm trying to figure out what's he trying to... Is he gonna like go into Cloak and Dagger and go on that rock until the left, or what? What's he going
I
here?
like that, but he keeps falling off the rock.
I don't think much is working out for him right now, but there we go. He's
The
finished.
position's weird. He's checking everybody's items though, which I'm an advocate of.
The crouch button's hard to use.
That's a Spy Scout on the right.
He's also a spy scout.
Well,
You
the
don't
Spy
need to
Scout going
call
tunnel.
this demo.
Spies in the tunnel.
We have to assume at this point that he's called and everything is seen.
That heavy's on his own.
Yeah,
What the
I'd hope
fuck?
so.
Yes. He's just playing comms right now. Yeah, their actual scouts are apart, so...
He should be
He
starting
knows
to move
they're-
over here.
I would go...
Yeah,
I
it
would've
looks like he
gone
wants to
with
show
medic.
up, right?
He
Honestly.
should have
definitely.
coordinated with the soldier a bit more, because if he called he was bombing, he could have gone for a stab.
Well, the medic's
Exactly.
already down, so...
Oh,
Yeah,
never
I
mind. Well, that's good.
noticed.
That's a good pick then.
Yeah,
I think
didn't
he's just
notice
common
that.
then. That's like, it looks like he's just common. Like where the
How does the
steps are.
sniper not see him?
I think he did.
He's gonna
Oh,
see
God.
him
What
on
I
his
was
own,
wondering.
so-
This is also, I also love this position to stand in. It's just
Yeah,
brilliant.
it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Perfect.
Perfect stab right here. Oh no.
Oh my god, no!
Where's the scout
Where
doing?
the fuck is
Just
the
look at
scout?
the wall.
Oh dear.
Needs to pull
Stab mini. Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
I think he got to the point there where he waited so long with the cloak and dagger that he
Yeah,
outlived
he's
his
just like, what I
usefulness.
have to do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it wasn't so much the cloak and dagger. Like, I'm assuming he was calming, but
I think honestly, if he said to the soldier, you know, the medic's able to be jumped now, he's around the corner, please jump up, that's a good use of the cloak and dagger.
Yeah, exactly. That's Cloak and Dagger's pretty much used
I mean, it's a
for
shame he didn't
his comms, man.
Yeah, it's a shame he didn't get that kill, you know, when he dropped down, but to be fair, you know, if he managed to, you know, coordinate the kill on the medic, then time well spent.
Yeah.
he switched to the invisible one.
He needs to check
No,
before
you
I'm
mean
there.
the quack
He's changed
watch.
watch. Yeah.
That it should totally have a new like upside where every time you like take a footstep it quacks. No joke.
I can't see how that'd be very useful.
I don't know.
it doesn't matter about useful. It's just hilarious.
I don't think he got spotted. No. I think.
Yeah, it was just random.
When
He gunned on the sniper is good.
Yeah,
Sniper
but when
is
he
very
was-
important on this map, at this
Yeah.
beginning bit.
Right, but when he coach, he didn't scan at all. He just kind of looks. He's tunnel visioned.
That's a
Like
great pick.
you should be
No, he got the heavy.
360 all the time. Like knowing
yeah.
where everyone is. Like right there, someone could have came behind him and killed him.
Easily, yeah.
He's switching
So,
up his
yeah, of
disguises
course.
though, which is good.
Yeah.
I think he made a good
Yeah.
choice not going for the sniper after,
Yeah.
or like going to the right, because the sniper definitely saw him and he was going to be expecting that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I kind of like the recycling of this spot over and over again, because it is where they're coming. However,
Yeah,
it is
and-
getting a little bit... Oh,
Nice
snap.
though.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, Pyro.
Oh god.
Scan behind you. Scan behind you. Oh my God.
Yeah, he needs to turn around at that point. You
Yeah.
don't move that much slower while looking back.
I mean, you can jump and like kind of surf it and scan backwards. You'll keep
In fact,
the
if
same.
you're strafing and going backward, you move at the same speed anyway.
Yep.
So if you're strafing forward and strafing backwards, you might as well be moving backwards.
Yeah, that's where high sense helps.
So uncloaked a little early.
I'm
there.
really surprised that Pyro didn't see him there, but...
Yeah. Low field of view for the win.
Oh, never mind.
A sniper should be looking at him right now.
He's changing
Depends-
it.
yeah.
Again,
How
it's
much-
interesting to see what to do.
Yeah, I think that death was a result of the sniper seeing him.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. That's why I said I don't like focusing on one area for too long.
Oh man. It's
Yeah.
big.
It's kind of hard to not like.
Oh, wow.
Well, like I don't know about you guys, but when you have comms, you have everybody yelling at you
Yeah.
in your ears.
so
It's
much
really hard to
noise.
focus and not make some
Absolutely.
mistakes like that.
Nice spot
I
on
mean-
that metal though.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But
Scan
yeah, I
behind
agree.
you. Oh my gosh.
I agree with that scanning behind. But a good kill on the sniper. Worked out.
Yes.
Yeah,
It
it
is-
worked out well.
He is silver level, so it's going to
Good
be,
stab.
you know, you can't expect the other team to be always on the ball, so that's fine.
Yeah,
But I
I
definitely
forget
agree
this
with
might
the
be a
scanning.
middle div. This might
That
not be
was
the
unlucky.
highest level player.
That's a good use of surveillance.
Oh.
Analysis.
I got a heavy.
Okay. I'd like to see
okay.
him more.
That was
I'd like to
okay
see
trade.
him, yeah, I'd like to see him more like as soon as he gets a stab, he needs to pull out his gun and start shooting. Especially because
And turn back.
yeah, most of the time you're going
Depending
to
on
be
where he
seeing.
is.
Yeah, most of the time you're going to be seeing. It seems to be as soon as he gets a stab, he moves forward, cloaks or doesn't cloak, and then just strafe left and right. Whereas if you're doing that, but also you bring out your gun as well. You know, once you
Yep,
stab
then
someone,
you get some
you're not
damage.
going to be fooling anyone anyway.
Yeah.
You might as well get as much damage down with your gun as you can.
I would say also, before the stab that he had.
That was a real good defense, though.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
stopped
so-
it completely.
I'd say also like before that heavy stab, like he just kind of like ran into them,
dear.
like straight on their back. He didn't really act or anything. He just ran up. That might be something he could work on too. Is
Yeah.
being like obviously there's times when it's okay to like go straight for the back when you need to, but more often than not you should be in position and then wait and then stab and get out right away. You know,
Can I
it's
just
kind of
quickly,
hard to talk about because that's very situational. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I'd like to apologise to everyone watching the video after this has been made, because I might have forgotten to change my TF2 back off German into English. it's
No,
quite.
can I just ask?
Yeah.
It's all
Why is it on
Glorgathon.
German anyway?
It was for a laugh, and it was just too much effort to change it back. And it's too quiet that you'll actually hear anything. You know, it's just you might hear the
Yeah,
occasional
well-
voice line and be confused.
I don't
So that's
even.
it.
I think being the fact that TF2 is a multilingual community, I don't think it'll matter that much.
Has he
Except the
checked
German
my
voices
gun
are
yet?
awful.
One point, I think he knows how to use his watches, because with the cloak and dagger he tends to be communicating, or what we assume to be communicating.
Yeah.
Does he have the
And,
cloak and, does
like
he have
on
the
the
cloak and
last
dagger now?
I
No,
don't know, actually.
it was
And on
Cloak and
that
Dagger.
last point he had Dead Ringer and he actually body blocked a while.
He
Yeah,
has been
try
doing
to
a
keep
good
him
job
up.
of
Oh my God.
obtaining
Oh my
the
God.
intel he needs
just
before he
eating
makes a
spam.
move in most cases.
Yeah.
But he should not be using cloak and dagger here.
Yeah,
That spam
definitely.
wasn't aimed for him. I
Yeah.
don't think they noticed that he's there.
No, because he got flashed at the beginning by that roller, and then he kept walking straight forward, so they knew where he was.
But he's being
I guess
essentially
they kind of
useless
forgot
right
about
now.
him.
Yeah, he's not getting any useful intel. He's waiting for his charge to reclick. Basically, it's not the optimal choice.
It's not a good point
Medics
for
right
cloak and
behind
dagger.
us.
That's gonna be bad.
Oh,
He
dear.
got
What
that
the
thing
hell?
up
What?
so hard.
Yeah, wow. This is
Oh god, this is.
Cloak and Dagger
Oh man.
style.
Yeah.
In Visiwatch, there probably would have netted
that
him
was
a
a-
medic or a heavy because
Yeah.
they're both out of
Possibly,
position.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
that's
that's an
just-
issue at the point.
I mean,
That's
with
just a
one,
classic spy problem,
with one in Visiwatch, I know you can get all the way to that. You can even get over the rocks that he went over. If he did the exact same thing with the Visiwatch, he would have gotten to the big ammo pack and refilled his ammo completely. And then yes,
Yeah.
he would have had enough. Oh, it's going to do it again now, I think.
I'm
All
not
I
sure
need
how
to
I
do is
feel
get
about
that point
him.
and they win, so.
I'm not
That's
sure
the
how I feel
problem.
about him
I don't
using
like his
the
disguise.
ambassador here.
I don't like his disguise here. He should be disguising a sniper.
Yeah.
He's kind
That's
of
pretty
switching his
important.
aim a little bit too.
I don't
Yeah, he's
feel he
like
should be using
overflicking
the
it too much.
ambassador. He
But I
should
mean,
be
I'm-
using a more defensive gun.
Oh,
Oh, that was a good
Ooh,
shot.
nice headshot.
I don't know who it was
Oh,
on.
my
Can you
word.
get it? Can you
oh,
get
the
it?
man. He hit
He hit
someone
the
else. I
entry
think.
there, so it didn't
Yeah.
really do anything.
See,
I mean,
now he's
I don't disagree with what he's doing right now. There is a medic with a pyro and an NG, but they are
Right.
being defended by the pyro very well. So I don't
Right.
disagree with what he's doing.
Oh,
Oh, that is a shame.
Aw.
But
yeah, that's
See,
unfortunate.
oh, surfing the med. Oh, never mind.
shoot!
Almost
Oh.
died.
Oh my god, that
come
should have
on.
hit.
Could have been
Yeah.
huge.
you see what I mean? When you're already been seen, there's no reason to have your knife out, really. If
Yeah.
you're not going to be fooling anyone, you can get a lot of damage out just with your gun.
Yeah.
In that position, if he had the gun out a bit quicker, he might have reacted. He might have been able to hit that. That would have been one body shot, even with the ambassador, would have killed that medic there.
That was
Yeah.
a really early cloak there. I mean, if that ammo had been gone, for example, he'd be out of cloak already and just dead.
That's
That's
awkward,
bad.
but
Nice.
Oh, wow.
And Cloak really
There you
damaged.
go.
really
Yeah.
great.
How did the engineer not hear that?
Because
Because
everything else.
there's mumble comms and there's him whacking on the gun. I mean,
Yeah, I like that use of just shooting then.
Yeah, and they just
make this. Yeah,
they
I think
just have
he's done,
Uber, so it
he's
was
done a
like
good
that's
job
my
of
pick.
switching gears here with his
Yeah.
slowdown.
Oh, I didn't like
He
that.
should have
taking
scanned
the-
when the med was.
I
Yeah.
can't believe that they're. Oh my god. Damn, Red is
I should be
fucking
embarrassed.
defending that shit hardcore.
That was my team's NG then.
Yeah, they have
Trying to
to.
fist a medic.
Your team then.
You might want to have a word with him.
I will.
Yeah.
Stop fisting people.
Yeah, you have to have both people's permission to fist people for it.
At this point, I would probably go Dead Ringer and try and spike up it.
Yeah, like
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
I would just
Definitely.
try to keep pushing it in.
Needs to be doing what his team needs.
But he,
No, he's doing the same thing, but with, see, with the Dead Ringer now, he
great.
could have just...
The thing is, he got himself into a really good position to do some damage.
Yeah,
and
he
kind of
threw off
He's
the
a
smash.
I know,
anyway.
That was good juke.
Nice
though.
dodge, yeah.
Yeah.
And now his whole
Oh,
team
good.
is
Oh,
making him... The splash
Now he's
down,
gonna out of
splash
position.
Nice
Damn,
stab.
Double pick.
Stab.
Damn.
You got away with it as well.
19
synergized
HP
well.
stab.
Good round.
Good on his medic for not healing him.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
That gave away his
That was
position.
really helpful.
1 health.
1 health.
And I believe, Frowny told me that there's 2 rounds of this, since it was pretty much a roll.
That's great. Hopefully it's a
Just
bit
wait.
longer. Because
You would
first
just,
is...
you would just like
First is
cut out this
okay,
part.
but...
Oh wait,
we'll cut it afterwards.
are we starting up? Ooh, never mind.
Yeah, I'm going already.
Now, big question is he going to suicide this time? That's what he has to work on.
You got.
Yeah, I would
you
like
gotta
to see
sue
that.
stuff for metal. Flat spies always sue stuff for metal.
Hell yeah.
So he's... Yeah.
I don't know, it
That's
depends
actually
on
not
who
true,
they're
don't do that.
sacking.
Huh?
Like, my team doesn't sack me, they sack other people.
Really?
But
I was-
Why-
yeah,
why-
Like
One
Soldier
second.
Scout.
What can you do in the first 6 seconds?
Well, spies in particular can, like, give you their entire loadout.
Like
Yeah,
he's
that's
doing
what
right
I
now.
would
Yeah,
do.
but you can
I-
do that just
yeah,
the way...
There's no way to go here.
Yeah,
Check-
well,
You can do,
yeah,
you
like
can do
I
that
said,
all the way to the suicide spot, and then when you respawn again, all the way to your position.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah,
plenty of
yeah.
time then to check the entire team.
Yeah, well, it's just like, we don't need 7 things of ammo.
That's
Like,
true.
we only need
I
3
mean,
or 4.
it doesn't hurt, you know?
Yeah, it doesn't hurt, but it's
It
not
doesn't
like...
hurt. Yeah. It just depends on the
I
per
mean, it's more for
player.
buffs, maybe.
Yeah.
For me,
Yeah.
I
And
just
usually
kind of try
pregame
getting
we're
that
all
rock in
joking
the
around
middle.
too, so it's not like...
He's
Not
doing
that
a-
rock,
It's a
Yeah,
shame
doing a
because
good job
he
of
can jump
getting
off
as
that.
much
You can
intel
jump
as
off
Now
that
he's out
rock
of
there.
smoke.
Shit.
Oh, it's
Isn't
going to
this
be
not
out
what he
when
wanted?
it starts.
Yeah, that's... He got a little bit carried away with gaining intel.
I would say he could beat me and then getting into the rock and then clicking up before it or something like that.
No, they see that.
That was
what
really
kind of
dodgy.
click is that?
No,
Why?
no, no,
How-
no.
Why
do
did
we
he not
know?
get
Oh,
the
God.
scout
Why?
or the
Oh,
NG?
God.
Okay.
Why was the soldier a good pick then? The soldier most likely was about to
If
suicide
there was a scout
anyway.
by an NG young cart. Why would he not do that?
If
Like,
he's going
like nobody saw him either.
If he's going to uncloak so close to the enemy team, I'd have liked for him to have stayed in a little bit more of an unpredictable disguise like the soldier he was as before. People are going to expect to see you as a scout there far more often.
Well, then he decloaked
I
way too early, and he decloaked like in a spot that was like, if he was, that's why I like to use the little cliff that's above. You can get to the top of that cliff.
Yeah.
If you.
Bad decloak there.
Yeah.
From the
Yeah,
start.
he didn't scan again.
Gun as well.
He disguised and
Definitely.
then closed.
This guy's,
Okay.
yeah.
You got to remember, knife gets you 2 points. Gun only gets
And
1.
There we go.
direct hit
Yeah,
gets you killed.
there's the problem.
Whoa, why would
oh,
he look up
no.
there?
Wow,
Whoa.
wow. Okay.
Pretty basic misstep.
That happens.
But to be fair, okay, so he's focusing. He looked like he's focusing on the sniper again. It's good. I like that. And then when that's down, he goes for the combo.
That-
Can't
that
agree,
bit.
you know, can't complain with that.
He's doing
was that
a
your med
good
pick?
job in general.
I thought the medic. I thought the medic served the rocket then. I think.
Yeah.
No, he died.
Yeah, he died.
Okay.
That bitch did. They're down.
I mean, so far he's doing a pretty commendable job. I mean, even when he is making mistakes, he's gaining his intel first before he acts.
Oh, yeah.
Which is the
Before-
most important
before
thing any
whatever
spy can
something.
do.
I do want to see what he uses, where he decloaks now, or what he
Yeah,
goes
I'm
to.
curious. He shouldn't be running that close to that rock, but walk past it all the time.
Again, no looking behind him before he decloaks.
Yep. Scanning is important.
The thing is, like, we can knock him for making
Nice.
kind of
Nice pick.
but then he gets some med picks, so like, you can
Now he's
knock
on
him
fire,
for
he
kind of
should decloak
mistakes,
right away.
but
Got a stab.
I think he could probably stretch to get the heavy there too.
Nobody
I might
chased
be wrong.
No, he did get
I
set on
would
fire pretty
say-
quick.
I would
But I
say
have
just
to
getting out there.
I can't
is-
agree with going back up again.
Dibble.
Although it did work.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
Nice.
nice.
I was about to
Nice
say
flick.
he adapted to it well.
That was good.
I think a lot
Like-
of us have. I think. I know I'm having trouble because obviously this is
No
a
scan.
lot lower than a lot lower level that I'm used to playing.
What the hell that meant?
Very good pick again.
Against a
nice.
higher team, I'd have to say that Pyro would have called him, and
Yes,
don't
he
think
would
he
have
would
turned
have made it.
around. Yeah, again, the div doesn't matter. They're coming from,
Yeah, he's really got to stop
Platinum
decloak.
Highlander
Yeah,
in
he-
the US might be
It
different.
almost seems like he's on purpose decloaking with his back towards spawn now.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
it's
come on,
not-
Medic, please.
That should not
That was a
work.
very, very
That's
No.
the
That should
triple.
not
That was
work.
Medic,
Oh
what
my
are you
god.
doing?
He even got shot by the sniper. I love that.
Yoshi, you shut the fuck up. That was beautiful. I love
Okay,
it.
that
So
was
I mean,
very,
it's
very
good,
well
but it shouldn't work with against better players, you know?
Technically, it was very good. Like,
Yeah,
very
that's
good
fine.
move.
The thing
That
is,
last
you
death
could
we-
say
Fires from the
it
back corner.
shouldn't work against better players, but believe it or not, that shit does work.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, given the right situation,
Because
yeah,
imagine
but
actually looking at it, his sniper probably said, "Oh, medic, there's a spy." He
Yeah.
turned around. Did you notice the medic
He
did
timed
do
it
a 360,
perfectly.
but he didn't look up.
Yeah, because people never look up when they turn around. They always
I
assume
think,
the
yeah,
spy's
they look
behind
But
them.
I do want to see what his target is right now.
no.
I think the thing we've got to remember here is we're not looking at his enemies, we're looking at his thought processes and the way he goes about things, and the way he adapted
Absolutely.
to that situation was brilliant, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Sorry, I guess I had the wrong
Uh,
mindset here.
Yeah, that last death I think was him trying to get the teleporter.
He
No, I
was
think he's trying to
go
get
for
the
the
energy and then
Think-
teleport
yeah.
you.
And then
Yeah,
Sap.
yeah, that's what I mean. NG.
Sideways teleporter on the demo, though.
The thing
Yeah,
I
I
could have said about that
understand
though is I think there was a time where he was up on the right cliff. You know, the cliff with the big ammo pack where the first NG nest is
Hit the
normally.
ammo there.
And he
Yeah.
could have easily just sniped the level
Sniped,
1
yeah.
NG stuff up from up there. Sapping is great,
Yeah,
but
see,
you know if you
there's-
you
should
can
have
just
shot it.
These are really
instead of
risky
I know,
Sap.
he
forward.
should just get out.
Mm,
That NG should have really called him out after he sacked.
Yeah,
definitely.
I'm
Yeah.
not surprised the engineer call him out.
he didn't actually sap the sentry though, if you notice.
No, he said
Oh.
the other stuff though. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah, but the
most-
thing is, but then the NG knows that he's up there and not near his stuff. Really, he knows he's near his stuff, but not near him, because the engineer wasn't near his stuff. So
well, what I'm saying is that
yeah,
most
actually-
most engineers use their buildings as like a alarm system, essentially, where the spy saps their stuff, they call it out, so people know, okay, spy's around, he's nearby, watch out.
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
But
I
however-
think the point being made is that the teleporter only was sapped, which usually is when the spy is all the way at the entrance.
yes,
No need to
Um,
take that ammo there.
Yeah, maybe.
Hmm.
My only real
He's jumping into his team.
criticism is
by the way,
that
Gren's here. If you someone wants to tell him who we're
Oh.
reviewing.
Brownie
Yeah,
Brownie.
very nice.
FrownyBrownee.
Yeah.
Hey, Gren.
Hello.
Bit late.
That's alright.
Alright, it's alright.
my only real criticism is that he knew the people were on the cart. He saw them going through the cart, but he chose to go for the teleporter, which would have alerted the team. If he chose not to sap and went and just went to everybody on the cart, he would have cleared it, most likely, and he probably would have bought some time for his team.
I'm really not sure,
He's
honestly.
waiting for the telly to get up, I guess.
Yeah,
He
He
doesn't
probably
need
didn't
that.
call that correctly.
I think he just wanted to get the teleporter down. If he consciously made the decision not to sap anything else, then I can understand that. But at the same time, you know, at that point, you really didn't need the teleporter down. You just needed
Exactly.
to get people off the cart.
I don't know.
Yeah,
how to
exactly.
do that,
I think he should be. Using
Why are you
the.
focusing the heavy?
He didn't need to involve himself there.
I think he
Yeah,
could
he
have
already
used
did.
the rails. He could have used the rails and probably got across without bumping into anyone there.
yeah.
He's on the
that's-
outside of that
What is
route.
what is
Oh no.
Wow, that decloak, man.
I don't
Should not have
understand
worked.
how they didn't. Oh man.
Nice use.
Oh man, no scout, no.
Okay.
Oh god.
Unfortunate.
To be fair, he did
Yeah.
decloak with his back to an engineer who probably should have seen him before, so that was only delaying the inevitable, I think.
Well,
there.
about decloaking with your back turned, that's something that does actually kind of happen. But I think the reason why he's doing it is because there's, like I said before, there's a lot of noise in the comms, there's a lot
Yeah.
of pressure. But
In-game.
if you're watching this, Brownie, do check behind you when you decloak. Like before you decloak,
Every
check
time.
first and
Every
then decloak. Check
Yeah.
first, then decloak, and also
Yep.
you have your gun out more, man. You have your knife out a lot. Like there's
I
a
would
lot.
say-
These
But-
binds that he's just
I would say just like
standing in the chat.
you should be checking behind you before and after you decloak. Like right there, he already knew the sniper was behind him, so I don't think you have to scan because he knows he's there.
Yeah.
But you know, every other time scan before you decloak and after just to make sure. Nice sandwich crab.
Just make it muscle
Yeah, while
memory.
there,
Just
I was
a
like, what the fuck?
little 180 before you.
Oh, almost. Oh.
Yeah.
Side
Before you,
stab.
before you,
Oh
yeah.
my.
I think the what you were saying about he didn't look behind him because the sniper was there. He also decloaked in a corner.
Yep,
Yeah,
which is
that's
really
so
great
you didn't have to, yeah.
because if you decloak in a
It's
corner,
just-
you can always
decloak.
see your
Your
everyone in
whole
your
FOV.
FOV.
Immediate
He took
threats.
the really predictable path there. The soldier probably
Yeah.
would have
Yeah.
shot him, but I don't know.
So I mean, yeah. There's obviously certain like places where it's okay. Like right here, he doesn't have to scan. He's on a wall.
So nice.
And he's dominating the medic there. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Such a bad doctor.
I swear,
but now
the
when you
spy has the
dominate a
best
medic, you must
dominating
taunt kill.
lines.
You must
Yeah.
taunt after dominating a med.
I'd say one of the meta games.
Oh, he knows
That's
it's
just,
there.
the meta doesn't
shit.
want to walk
Scared
out.
now.
This is great. This is great. The
The
medic
med's
is
coming over
wasting
the
time.
melee? Oh
Yeah,
god!
absolutely. Now he's sending
The medic
Oh,
is
yeah,
wasting
Pyro's
time.
not.
Yeah.
That was a terrible decoy.
Do it.
Oh god!
That was really close. That was really fucking
Yeah, it
close.
was.
It,
Just point that
yeah,
out. But yeah, that was.
Sorry.
He bought so much time there first team. It was great.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
true.
being
'Cause
passive
that,
with
that
that,
delayed
you
the
know.
medic from actually getting a uber charge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Gives them an
honestly,
advantage.
if spies got points for just helping their team, you know, in other ways
Yeah.
than
We
getting
top
kills,
frag.
we top frag every single time.
Yeah, seriously. Most of what Spy will
Nice
do is not going to show up on the scoreboard. Also, you twitch a lot, man. I want to know what your DPI is and what your sens is, because it seems like you're having like a really hard time just tracking people. You're twitching a lot.
Yeah, I know it's a lot of upwards twitching. There's
Yeah.
a lot of, it looks like he's almost going to get the headshot, and as he clicks a button, it flicks up a second.
Exactly.
Why
It's
do you
like,
think I
it's like
There you
he's
go.
actually
Get
adding
all
recoil with his mouse.
Nice stuff.
Nice. It's
I
actually
was gonna the scout first,
adding
but it seems like
recoil
it didn't matter in
with
that
his
situation.
shots.
I want to,
Yeah,
I want
all
to
that
backtrack a
said-
little
Okay.
to the stair stab he tried on the pyro about a minute ago. Now, it was somewhere where the pyro was going to expect it, but the way he attempted it, if anyone else noticed, he did it
It was
very,
too
very
far
tightly.
away.
He did it. He did it at an angle that he did it in a way that the pyro
That's
was not
not
going
gonna
to see
hurt
it coming that early.
Yeah.
And I think he deserves a
Don't die,
commendation
please
for
don't die.
Oh my god.
that. Sniper on full
I
health.
would cloak up and run away.
I was expecting a Terry then.
He's picking a what?
It's can't.
A Terry.
Scout's gonna. No.
Oh my God.
There you go.
Nice, we got him. That heavy shouldn't have died, but okay.
Oh, there we
That
go.
was good fix. That was good.
Yeah. And he survived
good.
as well.
Yeah,
if you want to
there
backtrack to the stair step he attempted, in my opinion, the pyro was already kind of lit. If he had that much distance between him and the pyro, and he
He should
would
not be
been,
taking.
Oh,
he could-
yeah,
wow.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
could've
again,
just,
he
like,
could just
shot
pull his
him.
gun out. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's loads
he
of
could, like,
times. The times I'm seeing this happens a lot. It was the same with the reviews we did yesterday. There's so many times where a spy will choose a knife over a gun, where the gun would work just fine.
best, exactly.
Also, that was a really nice
Good
decloak.
pick.
I want to
Nice-
point
nice
out.
pick.
Good
Yeah,
corner.
brilliant.
He could see all the people coming up the ramp. Really.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh my god!
destroyed.
Blood going huge.
Oh my god, that was an ambassador headshot. Oh shit.
What a pay. Yeah, that was awesome.
Someone invite Flood now.
So yeah, I'd say scan a lot and know when to use your gun. I'd say most things just kind of come down to playing more. I don't know how many hours this guy has, but you know,
I think
some
he
of the
has-
stuff just kind of comes as you play more and more of it. So that might not be the best advice because you already do that. But
Well,
you know,
play more
little
Highlander,
thing.
don't, because
Yes,
that shit
of
doesn't
course.
really. That doesn't really. The thing about pubs and
Pubs.
Highlander is that pubs you can get away with making mistakes like that, but in Highlander
Of
you
course.
really had to focus on it, and your
Keep it
your
tight.
mindset is completely different.
of
I
course,
think
because
one
it's
of
so
my
organized.
one of my favorite activities for learning cloak management and decloak spots.
Good stab on the pick.
That was
on the
great.
side.
Not good
Oh,
going
God.
back though.
I would have ran earlier.
Do it.
Corner. Oh,
Nearly. I think
I would have
again,
gone
Frowny,
back.
If when you watch this, Frowny, we say about keeping the gun out more than the knife. You tend to keep the gun out when you cloak, but as soon as you decloak, you pull the knife out.
oh, double kill.
In other words.
The sniper's going big. Sorry,
Sniper
inserting for
picks.
Matt
Oh
headshot.
god.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as a really good activity
3K.
for practicing cloak, and decloaking and stuff like that, is don't kill anyone. Just go through the map. Just go through the map, cloaking and decloaking, but don't kill anyone. Don't try and kill anyone. Just
Or just
try and
use
get
your
through.
gun.
Yeah, just try and get through the map either by picking up all ammo, or if you're running out of ammo, find a good place to decloak, and just see if you can blend in.
I would have cloaked earlier. He was running forward. He could have been seen there.
I like the grab of that
That-
fallen
I
open.
That
I
man's
think-
like
I think that-
half. You
yeah,
should
that
be
shouldn't
trying
have been
to.
there.
Oh,
Really
He
committed
definitely
too far
seems
for
like
that one.
he definitely seems like he's having he's twitchy, like as in
Yeah.
like he'll accidentally decloak from time to time.
Yeah.
He'll mouse will move up. I think he's having. I'm not sure why that is, but if you felt like you're pressured, dude, take your headset off and just turn up the volume on your headset so you can hear the people telling you these things, but you don't have to like have it like blaze in your ears. That's what I do. It helps me relax.
I've never
a little
done
bit.
that.
I don't know. Like, I don't need to hear the game sound as much. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get stabbed by a spy.
If I ever
You
get
know?
mad, I just turn off all the game sound and I only hear comms and I put on like music or something.
No, it's
Because
not.
I just
It's not.
it's
No,
not the
getting
best
mad.
idea. That's what,
Unfortunately.
It's
wow.
like
I was
My
hoping
bad.
for a frog stab there just out of
But
nowhere
Chase-
because he got launched.
The
But
thing, okay, see then, he could have easily stabbed that mini-sentry.
Yeah.
He,
Maybe.
what happened is he kept... I know, okay, fair enough. He might not have even done anything. The NG was right there. But he didn't make the most of that time. Even if he was going to die, he didn't make the most of that time. Instead, he put all his eggs into the get a last trick stab before I die basket, which I disagree with. But he could have pulled out his sapper, he could have pulled out his gun. You know, he could have done small amounts of damage instead of doing absolutely no damage, which is what he did in the end.
the thing about trick stabs that people don't seem to understand is that it's you gotta give people plausible intent. You gotta give them a reason to doubt it. You can't just if you try to like go up a staircase, like if you try to do a stair step on the engineer, he would have known that was gonna happen. But
Yeah.
if you do it like if you keep everything blind,
Time to
like
get
a-
Jurassic.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah.
They know he's out.
I think that's just a
Everything-
common mistake in the semantics. People seem to think the trick in trick stab is the physical movement that you're doing is in
No.
a skateboard trick rather than trick is in deceive.
Yeah, exactly.
That was great. Pulling out, see him, he pulled out the gun then. As soon as he got to the point where he
Nice.
fantastic. If he had pulled out his knife then and tried to get some sort of
Why
crazy
did
stab.
Scott take health?
Because the scout's a douchebag. Scouts are always
Wasn't that-
douchebags.
Scouts have to be douchebags or else they're not actually scouts.
Exactly.
They have to steal your health and hide in your corners when you're invisible. That's what they do.
Exactly. There's no such thing as a cool guy scout. It's only a douchebag guy. Douchebag scout.
About him, when he got air blasted, Minigun went for one last trick stab. I'm going to raise my hand and admit that I will do that if a pyro ever air blasts me anywhere near the medic,
Oh
just
man,
for ego purposes.
I do that too in hopes that I'll actually manage to stab the medic while I'm being juggled. But I've been trying to get into the habit of
AMD
putting my gun
airstrips.
more.
What just happened then?
Scott's
Okay.
like,
Is he lagging? No, is he lagging really
Scouts
bad?
lag.
Yeah,
Check-
yeah,
check-
that's
check-
pretty
check-
hardcore.
Let's
I
go
know
with
you're
Tesco
going to
Internet.
anyway.
Tesco.
But
Internet.
you get to the habit of like relying on your gun more than trick stabs,
What?
unless
What?
like
What?
you actually like have room to get people plausible intent, like a corner or a corner staircase, or you do an
Put your gun
overhead
up,
stab in
there
a
you
weird
go.
spot, like on a railing or something.
good. I would have backed out as well. If you can't win the fight, just back out.
Yeah, but okay, so he probably could have killed the teleporter then.
If he had shot it, but he didn't
Yeah.
know who was coming through. This medic knows he's a spy.
Yeah.
As soon as you've been
So-
seen, cloak,
No.
looking gun out.
Ooh.
I would have
So
gone
it's
for
good to
demo,
get his gun out.
honestly. Like, if the medic was that far back, I would have just gone for the demo and then try to run.
I would have gone for a
because-
headshot actually. I would have
Yeah,
gone for the demo,
probably
and if
that
I
too.
missed it, I would have gone for a headshot first.
Yeah, and by going in the hallway, he cuts off the medic.
Yep.
Like
Exactly.
physically with a body block.
Flood.
On an unrelated note, I'd like to point out that he is using, like, when he uses Ambassador, he actually uses Ambassador, and when he uses Revolver, he uses
Yeah,
Revolver.
definitely.
Yeah.
That's,
He has a
that's
good-
great.
He has a good sense
grasp
of what
on
their
both
what their
guns.
strengths and
Ooh.
weaknesses
Oh,
are.
Okay,
that was
here's a
unfortunate.
good point. Look at his chat. Their NG is top fragging. When was the last time he went after the NG stuff? Apart from that one little time where he was up in the top.
Wow.
That's true.
Should not
That
have
was not a good
shot.
idea.
Good point. Very
You
good
only
point.
want to try to go for those kind of shots, man, when
When
they're
they're
actually
really lit.
You don't want to try to go for a double headshot on a soldier, ever.
I think
Ever.
Even
in general
more so
with the
if you're
shots
lit
as well.
yourself.
So also, can we just look at his
These
chat now?
vines.
What the fuck?
He's got a bind cycler.
Okay.
I don't even. But regardless of all the criticism, his team did put up a really strong defense, and he did a lot of work against the medic. That was really good
He's
shit.
behind.
The last ones.
It's a good defense by the team. And
Yeah,
he
man, he
helped
did a
a
great
lot.
job actually. Just by, yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, he
did a lot of work.
I really would have liked to see a
it.
bit more. What seemed to happen a lot was, yeah. I sound really negative all the time, and I'm really sorry about that. You did
too.
really well. Obviously, your team won the round, so you must be doing something
Yeah,
really
you
good.
helped there, you know.
The only thing I could see a lot is there was a lot of times where he'd been seen, he'd been spotted, and instead of moving, like instead of
Or
moving his
getting out.
area, it was basically around the third point. He'd be seen, he'd get stabbed, he'd get a shot, he'd be seen, Yeah, he would move around. He wouldn't just stay in the position and die, but he would move like up the stairs, around the corner, and then jump down again, and then go again. Whereas what you should have done at that point, and that did get you killed a few times, because I noticed that people were being a lot more paranoid around that area when you just got a kill, or where you just, when you'd stabbed someone, or just anything, even if you've been seen. I would have liked a bit more jumping between being at third point and being at their spawn. I think if you did that, you might have not died more, or you might have got more kills, or just harass the NG that people were saying was being a nuisance and was top fragging. So,
one thing I think you could do is, if they are expecting you to do a corner stab or an overhead stab, and they back up from the stairs, they back away from the corner, cloak. Like seriously, like I cannot even tell you how many times people expect a trick stab, and I just cloak instead of going for the stab, and I get way scot free.
Spam again, the same thing.
Yeah,
he's using cloak and dagger, saying, if you want to go up the valley, I would recommend using the Invis Watch, and you can sit up here and get comms. But I think it's what he's trying to do for his team. He's trying to get comms and cloak and dagger.
Okay,
but
so if you're chilling in an area with a full ammo pack, and you're using the cloak and dagger, in my opinion, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, you should be hitting up the IW first.
Yeah,
especially on.
I humbly disagree.
On first point,
you would.
You aren't watching this, so.
Okay, but first
I'm
point of
kidding.
upward. First point of upward. There's no ammo. You use cloak and dagger.
Oh no.
Hold on.
That was bad
Switching
news.
this.
Gun.
Good.
Oh my
Trying
god!
to snipe it.
Really?
Oh, too bad.
Now, okay, that failed.
I like
but
his
that was a great decision.
Thinking
That was
process.
good.
Great
That was
decision.
good intention for sure. He had the right
Well,
idea. He's
The other
spotted.
team
I
is
should
just
use
the
my
best
gun.
at spamming.
To be fair, the afterburn really does fuck up your aim, so
Yeah.
I
it's
think
fine.
in
it's
general,
hard to compensate for that
Cloaked way
shit.
too late.
I think Frowny,
No, it's equal to
one
early.
thing might help
I mean,
you a little
early,
bit.
yeah.
If you
I mean,
just-
yeah, never mind.
Yeah,
you
late.
both
I was
late.
right. Damn it, Watts.
Shut up, RJ.
He should
as
try
long
use friendly disguise. I haven't seen him
Yeah.
use friendly
Yeah,
disguise
He
in
doesn't
one.
shoot these guys as he does.
Agreed.
Like,
He's not
what's
using
an
right here
enemy
for
scout
some
gonna do?
reason.
I think,
Oh,
as you can
shit.
see here as well, he rushes his ambassador shots a
Oh
lot.
dear.
Yeah, he does.
I think you
That
need to
works a
just
little
take a little bit more time on them. Just
Yeah.
a split second, just to line them up a little better.
The only
and
time
I
you
need to
should
know. Sorry,
ahead.
go on. No, you go
when
on.
you use the ambassador and you're trying to go for like a long range shot, it's all about tracking. You don't want to twitch. You never want to twitch at long range. You want to take your time. You want
Track it well.
yeah, you want to track well, and you also when you
Why
see their
is he
heads.
shooting
It's being
us?
obvious here.
It's a
I
bit
don't know what he's
obvious,
doing
yeah.
here. But
I
you
think
want to
what-
like.
he's-
How is
That worked. That worked.
I don't even know how he got that stab.
Back
I
up.
have
There you
no
go.
idea
What kind of
how any
happens?
of
He
that
got
happened.
into position, and the enemy team kind of melted away, and he didn't really know what to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of
I
a weird
understand that,
situation. Nice
It's not his
illusion. I would say little things like acting like if you're disguised as a scout, just jump a lot.
That was too obvious.
And crouch.
The medic
Yeah.
knows.
But he did go
Since
for
he
the.
killed the
Yeah.
fire, he should
Yeah,
have
but I
jumped
don't
fire
know.
disguise
I
right
would have
there.
gone for the sentry first.
That's a
Where the
shame.
fuck
Yeah.
did the engineer come from?
I don't know. He came from
Stairs.
lower, I think.
It might have been staircase.
Fire's behind him. Nice.
Nice.
That was very good.
You also immediately
That's
sprayed
exactly what you need to be
his
doing. That's not me
That was
thing on the
about
wall.
a plausible intent. Give them a reason to doubt it, because you were literally
Good stab on the demo.
like
Nice.
centimeters away from
Really,
them.
really
Snap the
nice
gun.
stab.
There you go.
Great.
Oh,
That was
nice
really
flash.
Yes.
Ubered by the
Good
Stab
other
the
play,
scout
good
now.
play.
He's dead anyway.
Get that.
Good.
Go
That
for
was
medic, go for
good.
medic, go for medic.
Oh yeah.
Great.
That was a brilliant sequence of events. I don't think
That
he
was
could have
really
done that any
good.
better.
Good job.
Yeah.
That's
And
what.
yeah,
that's-
and even the
Good.
pyro on the other team said,
He's
"Damn,
making excuses now.
yeah."
yeah.
That was
That's
really,
really.
Oh, there-
Wrong
do it
disguise.
again.
The
Do it
fire
again.
is here.
Nope.
Too
No,
far.
never too close. Oh god.
Not,
Medic,
not,
I
not
think
twice.
the pyro actually fell for it, I think, honestly.
He almost did,
Yeah.
but like the thing about those kind of stabs, I've actually never done those. Those are too unreliable for me.
Yeah.
I would have gone for a corner, not
Yeah,
a
me too.
overhead
I would have
stab.
gone for a corner for sure, because like he knew the combo or his team's combo was pushing in through roof, so he's gonna be
Oh my
looking
God.
to his
Back.
left.
That
demo
man.
knows.
Oh god.
What the hell was that?
He's been
I
called here
hear
by
that
the demo
sound.
That was
response.
light block,
Spot
I
two.
think. Good job.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and even though he
GG.
didn't do anything, that was still productive.
Yeah.
At the end there, it was just a distraction.
Yeah. Honestly, when he knew that, I think he knew his team was going to win quite early in that, only because they did a really good defense and stuff. So especially on the last point, when they got the last point through, and then he switched to Dead Ringer, absolutely, it creates a distraction, and when you're already winning, a distraction's all you need. Really?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, it keeps the momentum. It's more like, you take 1 point and then you DR up and just kind of get in their face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd
As
like to point
opposed
out
to-
that he was very, very consistent over the whole game as well. He never.
He was very
Yes.
consistent. He did a great job. One thing I wanted to really talk about, the stab you got on the pyro. That is what I mean by plausible intent. There wasn't a lot of room for the pyro to react, and if you kind of give that much room, and you also have you don't make eye contact directly with the enemy when you do like a corner stab or I guess a blind stab is what they're still called now, where you use a quarter staircase, for example.
Yep.
And
Like that
if
one
you-
on third point.
Yeah, exactly. If you
The overused one.
if you don't get the enemy a lot of time to react, and you give them a plausible intent, you give them a reason to doubt it, you will get the stab. But if you give them so much time to expect it, then not very reliable. That's one of the reasons why I don't even try to go for matadors anymore. I just try to shoot the fuck out of people.
Yep,
Yeah.
because your gun's gonna be more reliable in most cases, depending on the situation.
Yeah.
But I think
Oh,
The
the
demo's
demo's
ended.
over. So,
To
how about we do
summarize,
this? How about everyone give their own personal opinions on Frowny, like
One
what you
good,
think you
one
can work
bad?
on?
one
Okay.
good
Good
and bad
and
each.
like you can give one good, one bad, one thing that you thought he did really well, and one thing that he could work on from each of us. Go.
Alright.
Lord, go.
Okay, well, I think the things that he did good were he was making sure that he was switching gears a lot. He was very willing to change his loadouts and his playstyle to the situation, and leading in from that, he was very, very good at adapting very quickly to the changing situations. Like we saw near the end there at the top, when his team made a push, all of a sudden he just sped up from a more passive style of play and absolutely destroyed the enemy team. The bad thing I would say would just be his more situational awareness. While his meta game is very good, he needs to apply that on a smaller scale, like we say, to make sure that he's checking behind him and things. I think it's Morris's turn now.
Or Mars, yeah.
Yeah, Mars' turn.
I agree exactly the same with Glorgathon's, good thing, so I'm not going to repeat that again. The only bad thing I could see was I'd like them more after getting a stab. The bits that follow immediately after that decision making there needed to be a little bit snappier and a little bit more confident with it. Sometimes it seemed like he didn't know what he was doing after he'd got the stab, whether he'd been seen, whether he hadn't been seen, and just that comes with time though, unfortunately. It's one of the things where you can practice and practice and practice, but in the actual situation, it's all about reflexes and just having that experience behind you. So, I guess play more games.
Play more Highlander at pubs.
Yes,
Pubs
yes.
don't do shit for you.
Moriarti.
Yeah, I definitely agree with what Glog and Mars just said, so not really going to add anything to that, but just generally speaking, I think he should work on his ambassador aim just a bit to be able to get these reliable picks that he sometimes missed. For example, in the beginning, he could have got a few good picks on the engineer and medic, but otherwise, yeah, what Glog said.
I think that's sorry to butt in. I think that's a very good point about ambassador aim. I think he demonstrated repeatedly there that he's got amazing potential with his ambi. I think he just needs to work on tweak his sensitivity and things a little bit and take a little bit more time with his shots.
Yeah.
And he could just become exponentially more dangerous with it.
Yeah, well, the thing about your sensitivity is that if you're used to sensitivity, you don't necessarily want to change it, but you do want to change your habits with aiming. What the habit that I noticed that he had a lot was twitching. You don't want to twitch with shots, not unless the enemy is right in your face and they're after you like crazy. If they don't know you're there and you're just essentially sniping, slow down your movements. Try to predict where they're going and track. Don't twitch. And if you take it really easily, take it one step at a time, and slow yourself down, you're gonna have a lot more successful shots. If you try to be really fast and aggressive with it, then you're just gonna miss a lot. That's just my personal opinion.
Okay, I think it was RJ's turn now.
Yes.
Indeed. So I would say the good thing, kind of like what you already said, was that he was able to adapt to a situation really well. his decloaks for the most part are really consistent. He didn't really have any bad decloaks where he got killed. Maybe once or twice when he was out of cloak, but that happens to all of us. You know, that's the best thing. I think I think Glorg said was that if you can go around the map by yourself and just learn decloak spots, or just that's the thing you can do in pubs is just understand that okay, if I decloak here, they're gonna see me. And again, it's kind of down to where the enemy team is holding and whatever. So that's down to just play more Highlander. The one thing that I was stressing all the way throughout this demo is really scanning, because that's really important. I know, like we kind of said earlier, was that is also dependent on your decloaks. Where if you decloak in a corner, then you don't have to scan because you have a wall behind you. But if you're in the middle of the field, like on roof or something, then you should be scanning before and after you decloak. Maybe if you have the time, like sometimes what I do is I'll swivel around behind me before I go for a stab, because I know that, like, let's say it's heavy and he's distracted, I can know I'm gonna get him, so I'm just gonna whip around and see what's behind me before I get out my gun to know where to look. Scientific?
Right, yeah. I like the fact that he not only switched his loadout a lot depending on the situation, but he adapted to those changes. Like when he had the ambassador, he was trying to take pot shots at long range, and when he had the revolver, he was, you know, using it in close range. I agree that his game sense is a little off, as in, you know, he doesn't look behind him, and sometimes he's not aware of opportunities, which kind of plays into the fact that sometimes he takes situations which really aren't that feasible. Like at the beginning, he dropped down for a medic pick, I believe, and he was healing scout in the tunnel. And I understand the reason behind that, but it really, like, there were so many enemies around that he was just gonna die. Otherwise, good show.
Snows.
And
Yeah, I pretty much agree with everything that's been said, other than I know it's a bit of a cliche to say, oh, the enemy team wasn't very good or they didn't see you when they should have, but that does have to be taken into consideration. And a lot of the things I think he would adapt really well after playing in like a higher division for a while, but it's clear to see that he's kind of changed his playstyle to their level, so that he knows when they're going to sort of turn a blind eye to him. And
there were definitely a few better players on that team. Like, I think there was a few stand-ins on the other team, because obviously Flood isn't a silver player, and there are a few people that, you know, I recognise their names, and I don't usually recognise silver league players or silver division players.
So question, sorry to interrupt. So this silver, is this ETF2L silver or is this UGC silver?
UGC Europe.
ETF2L has its own, has like Div 3, Div 4.
Div 3, whatever, yeah. Okay, continue, sorry. I was just asking.
I do think that, I mean, obviously criticisms of the level of play can be relevant in some situations, but like I mentioned before, I think the things that we need to be looking at is how he's adapting to individual scenarios, because that kind of transcends the level of where he's playing. He's still going to be thinking like a spy. If he's thinking in the right way, that's going to carry him through whichever level he's playing at.
Yeah.
I really don't think we can hold anything against him. I mean, look at that medic stab where the medic had just looked behind him and he just nailed it perfectly.
Yeah.
Now, I'm pretty convinced he would have hit that on a more experienced medic. Not to say that the other one wasn't experienced. Although
I want to agree. There were absolutely a few moments where I don't think any of us could have carried it off better.
Definitely.
In that situation, I don't think. I say that makes it sound like we're being dicks and saying we're the best. I don't think I don't think that situation could have gone any better, and he played out perfectly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There was that medic stab. There was the pyro stair stab. There was also the. Interestingly, you know, we all talk about, you know, that was good because he stabbed someone, but when he got set on fire, but still managed to get that headshot on the sniper. You know, he almost took the sniper, even though he was going to die, he almost took the sniper completely out of play.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
And I think in that situation, which was a bad situation,
You
he
make a
still
decision.
got the most out of it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I agree. There were definitely moments where it was like, yeah, brilliant, fantastic. You know, you did the best that could have been asked of you at that point. Unfortunately, some of the times they were, you know, it's funny because some of the times leading up to those points were like, oh, he shouldn't have done that, but it actually put him in a better position afterwards. If you're watching play by play, it's very, you know, you can say, oh, that was wrong, but
Right.
if you knew what was coming afterwards, you'd say, well, that was great. So I
And-
think that,
Sorry, go ahead.
like I said, I think sometimes it needs to be taken with a pinch of salt. With what we're saying, you know, if we don't know what's going to happen in the future, we can only comment on what's happening, what we're seeing right now, even
Well,
if
I
that
don't
does
think-
something good in the future.
I would say another part of it is that we're watching this after it's happened, where we're not experiencing, you know, we're not there. Like, he's hearing comms and maybe getting nervous or something, so he might make some bad choices due to him, like maybe not playing enough or whatever. Tons of factors, you know, where we don't know that. We're watching just straight gameplay. We're not in his mind, you know, which I think
Yeah.
that's kind of a big factor too. But maybe it's just me.
I can't pronounce his name.
No. Oh,
Ununoctium.
Not
Not that hard.
Ununoctium.
Ununoctium.
What's your opinion?
And then
I think he had a good sense of what picks to get, generally. On the downside, I think he should work more on his disguise choices, because a few times he was running around the combo disguised as enemy spy,
Yeah, on
which
the
doesn't
rocks
really
team.
make it doesn't make a lot of sense. And also utilize friendly disguises when he respawns. Yeah, that's pretty much what I summed up.
Yeah, very valid points. And what about you, Watts?
I like that he made a lot of really good decisions. I think he could have gone out a little bit more, but I think he made a lot of really good decisions as far as who to kill, who to go after. He had very good, quick decision making. If I had to say one thing he should work on, definitely his positioning, because there are certain times where, like, at the start of Badwater, he would be in a really weird spot. I think he could have been on the cliff, in between the gates. He could crouch up against top of that, and he could give comms, and he could drop down and kill anyone on the car as well. And he also decloaked in some weird spots as well. And that kind of plays into checking your back, but also be mindful that you don't want to decloak too close to the enemy, because they will hear you decloak if there's not a lot of pressure in the comms, such as there's not a push going on, and the engineer's not having the repair a sentry gun, and that's not having to heal and managing a lot of people at once, all that kind of stuff. But just work on your positioning, and as far as your decision making goes, you did a great job. That's my opinion.
Well, I think that about wraps it up then for our first group review. We'll try and get these up on a weekly basis or as often as we can. And if anyone can come up with a catchy name for them, it would be appreciated, because we've all kind of drawn a blank on that. But
Catchy name for what?
For the review series.
Oh, think of a name for this thing. That's what he's saying.
Yeah. Free hats for anyone that does.
Ooh, can I help with that?
What do we get if we come up with a name?
free hat.
Did you say hats? TF2 is not about hats.
Yes, it is.
I think he's
What are you
just
talking
kidding.
about?
Okay, so
But yes,
we're done.
there we go. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone, and thank you for submitting your demo for us, Frowny. Hopefully you found this useful to your spy play.
And thanks
And
everyone
we'll-
for being here.
Yes, definitely.